Hello students, so welcome to topic 3, loading capability limits. So for the best use of the transmission and to improve the loading capability of the system, one has to overcome the following 3 kinds of limitations: thermal limitations, dielectric limitations, and stability limitations or limitations of stability. So why loading capability limits to be considered? So due to increase in demands, transmission capacity currently are very close to their limits. See, as the days are going on, the demand is increasing, as you know, day by day. Since as building new transmission line is expensive, so in order to meet the demand requirement, so we need to build some new transmission lines, isn't it? So, but they are very expensive. So, what is the alternate? The alternate is increasing the loading capability of existing transmission lines. So, and the maximum loading capabilities of long power transmission line can be determined by considering the system stability and economic energy loss. So let us see one by one what are the points related to thermal limitations and dielectric limitations and limitations of stability. Thermal limitations of an overhead lines. It is a function of ambient temperature, wind conditions, conductors condition, and ground clearance. So ambient that means it depends upon the sky condition, position of sun, and some other ambient factors, that is atmospheric factors. Wind conditions, conductors condition, ground clearance, and also the conductor temperature should be maintained, so within the safety limits. So that temperature depends upon the load current. Okay. So for this, offline computer programs are made used to calculate line loading capability based on available ambient environment and present loading history. So how this can be calculated means by using computer programs. So by collecting the present loading history and available ambient environment based on, and this can be monitored, so to know the online capability of the online. So every time in order to monitor, there are some monitoring devices, because we need to know the loading capability of the line time to time. And the loading capability of transformer is also used to obtain real-time loading capability. Enhancement of cooling of transformer is also a factor of increase of load on transmission line. So every time by cooling the transformer, we can transmit the capability. So that is, we can increase the load on transmission line. So that what we always suggest. The cooling of transformer is very important, and we have different types of cooling, as you know. Through the radiators we can cool the transformer. So the FACTS technology helps in making an effective use of the above technique of upgrading the loading capability of line. Next, dielectric limitations. From insulation point of view, so many transmission lines are designed very conservatively. For a normal voltage rating, we know it is rarely possible to increase normal operation by plus or minus 10% of voltages. See, the voltage limit is plus or minus 10%. That means the voltage can, if we consider it is So 11 kV or 220 kV, it can increase the loading capability. That means the electric can bear up to plus 10% up to 20 kV. So care must be taken such that the dynamic and transient voltages are within the limit. So dynamic and transient voltages, over voltages. So due to some certain faults on the system, so the system undergoes dynamic and transient over voltages, such as huge voltages. So take care those are within the limit. And in order to take care of this type of transient voltages, so we have modern type of gapless arresters or line insulators with internal gapless arresters, or advanced technology with powerful thyristor control over voltage suppressors at the substations are used to increase the line and substation voltage capability. So the FACTS technology could be used to ensure acceptable voltage, over voltage and power conditions. Next, limitations of stability. So there are a number of stability issues that limit the transmission capability. They are transient stability, dynamic stability, steady state stability, frequency collapse and voltage collapse. So as we discussed this in the introduction class, what is stability, dynamic and transient. So frequency collapse. Frequency plays a very important role in the system stability, because if the frequency deviates from desired, then what happens? Generators start to go out of synchronism. If generator goes out of synchronism, it leads to causing power imbalance, further leads to entire system collapse. So frequency plays a vital role in the system stability. Voltage drop, also a significant part of our system, which leads to loss of stability in large interconnected power system. So voltage drop also proportional to stability. So you need to manage the voltage within their limits. So if you don't manage the voltage in power system, it leads to causing a blackout. So the FACT also helps to maintain the stability within the limits.